Hi, I'm Jolene Morrison and I'm a school nurse, and today I'm going to talk to you about what a typical type 1 diabetic goes through on a daily basis at school. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation states that type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease in which a person's pancreas stops producing insulin, a hormone that enables people to get energy from food. It occurs when the body's immune system attacks and destroys the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas called beta cells. JDRF, or the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, states as many as 3 million Americans have type 1 diabetes. Of this, 15%, or 450,000, are children. Type 1 diabetes rose 23% between 2001 and 2009. About 15,000 adults and 15,000 children are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes each year. Type 1 diabetics must use insulin several times per day. Insulin can be given by injection or through a pump. The American Diabetes Association states that rapid-acting insulin begins to work in 15 minutes after injection via a pump, a pen, or a needle and syringe. This insulin is used to lower blood sugar levels, which rise above 120 after diabetic students eat. A diabetic student checks blood glucose levels when they arrive at school, prior to PE, prior to recess, before eating anything, including lunch or snack, and 2 hours after eating lunch, or 15 minutes after a low blood glucose level. So up to 7 times per day. They must learn how to count carbs with the school nurse for lunch and snack. They dose themselves with insulin for lunch and snack, and they need to know the schedule in which their blood sugar checks are scheduled. They carry with them a diabetic bag that includes their individualized health care plan with all the information needed for anybody that would have to help them in an emergency. Glucagon, which is given to a diabetic if they become unconscious from low blood glucose. They also carry glucose tablets or Skittles to raise their blood sugar if it falls below 70. The most important thing that they carry is their glucometer, which tells us what their blood glucose is at any given time. Normal blood glucose is between 70 and 120, but each child is different based on their doctor's orders. All members of the education team, including PE teachers, music teachers, anybody that works with a student throughout the day needs to be aware of their diabetic status, how to take care of them, and who to call when help is needed. You can delegate other staff members to help students in time of need or when the school nurse is not available. Communication is key between the team, and each individual plays an important part. Each individual needs to know the signs and symptoms of hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar below 70, or hyperglycemia, which is usually above 120 to 180. And each person needs to know the student to be able to tell if there is something wrong or if something is going okay. They can have changes in attitude, behavior, vision changes, frequent thirst, frequent urination with low blood sugar and high blood sugar. And I hope that you can understand that it's hard for these students who work hard throughout the day, but each time they take out their glucometer or their Lancet to check their blood sugar, they have several students gather around asking if it hurt, does that hurt? Or how many times a day do you have to do this? Or how many times a day must you do this? Each student is curious about what goes on with the diabetics, and it is in the best interest of the school nurse to discuss these signs, symptoms, and what each student has to do at the beginning of the year with the entire classroom that the student is in. I hope that you enjoyed this speech today. Thank you.